Okay, here we are looking at an icord. Now we use icords quite a lot in our felted bags. See these lovely straps? Now we've felted this so it becomes a nice firm cord. But this is knitted as something called an icord, which you can knit. It has a number of uses. You can use it as an edging or as a long thread or whatever you want it to use it for, really. But they're great things to knit, and they felt up beautifully if they're done in felting yarns. So I'm just going to show you how to make one of these. This is the sort of felting yarn that we use for these bags, and what you will need for your icord is you need either a double pointed or a circular needle. Because you do have to be able to knit off both ends. So you can't do this on normal straight needles. You do need a pair of double pointed needles, or as I have here, a circular needle. So let's just make our slip knot to start with. What we're going to do is cast on the number of stitches we want in our icord. Now you can do this with, I suppose you could do it with as few as 3. 3 or 4 works fine. I'm going to do it with 6, which is getting up towards the maximum. Probably 8 might work, but more than that it's not quite going to work. So this is something you do with a few stitches. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it with 6. That's the usual width that we do our icords with. So here I've just cast on 6 stitches, nothing fancy about my cast on, and then the first thing I'm going to do is just knit off this cast on row. So I do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So there we go, we've cast it on. So now what we do is we're going to slide the stitches along. I'm going to slide them all the way along to the other end. And of course what's happened now is that your yarn tail is at the wrong end.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. What do we do?
Oh no, oh no. What we do is we just carry on. We carry on regardless. So we're just going to knit. I'm just going to give it snug up on the second stitch, but not too much, don't worry about it. There we go. And we just knit all the way to the end. And then we'll do the same thing again. So we're going to take it, we're going to slide it all the way to the end, bring it around. Our working yarn is at the wrong end. We're just going to carry on stitching.
So you're always knitting on the same side, is
yes,
that right?
You are.
So you're getting a stocking stitch icord.
Well, you are. So sometimes it's really hard to see what's going on in the first few rows, which is really why I'm not showing you too much at this stage. I'm just moving it along. Let's do this one more and then we'll have a look at the back and see. It'll start to take shape after in a moment. So knit the first stitch, and then with the second stitch put it in as if to done, and then just give it a little snug at that stage, but it won't really tighten too much, and it's okay, don't worry about it. Just try not to make it too loose at the edges.
It'll all work out.
It all works out in the end, that's right. So now what we've got, you can start to pull that down, and there you are. You can see your stocking stitch. You can see it starting to curl around. And look what's happening on the other side. Look.
It's coming together.
Now, it's coming together. It looks quite baggy to start with, but remarkably, the further you do this, the better it looks. So I'm going to do a couple more rows. So again, just sliding it along. So you know if you're at the right end, because your working yarn is coming off, if in effect, the wrong side of your knitting. Always at the back. Your working yarn should always be coming across the back of your work, and you're knitting that. You're trying to keep it relatively tight at the beginning, just not baggy loose.
It's making a tube, isn't it?
It is making a tube. It makes a fabulous little tube. Well, it's like a cord, I guess. That's why they call it a cord. Why an icord? I don't know. Do we know why it's an icord?
I don't know. Did Apple invent it?
I don't think so. Somehow I suspect this was happening before.
I don't think they're into knitting, are they?
No, maybe not. Maybe they should be. So if you give it, I'm giving it a little tug just because that helps you see. Look, can you see how the back is all really snugging up now?
You can't tell where the join is now.
You absolutely can't. Once that's gone a few more, it really becomes quite seamless. And so you can keep that going and make it as long as you want.
Fabulous.
You just keep going. So you just keep sliding. But you can see now why you need a double pointed needle or indeed a circular needle. in order to do that. But yeah, just keep going and you make your I cord as long as you want.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.